it was like the feeling of being hugged by a parent. So yeah, I felt very overwhelmed, and I felt like, oh my goodness, this is what I've been missing, because I've been chasing something to feel that space in my heart. So yeah, I felt a lot of hope, because I could see that, man, my prayers are being answered. I'm going to be in Australia. This is literally a second chance for me in life to be a better person. And I chose that because I knew that if I didn't, then I was just going to spiral and lose control. So yeah, it was very heartwarming for me.
So which part of Australia do you come from?
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast?
Yeah.
Oh, nice place. Okay. And then, why are you in Singapore?
Because I've heard that Singapore is a very vibrant country, full of culture, so I wanted to check it out myself.
I see.
Yeah.
So God's providence, huh? Because we need to hear your testimony, that's why we are here. Because Mel came to me, are we going to have any sharing? I said today, take break like that. She said, no, there's a Caroline, I need to talk to Caroline. I said, oh, like that, okay, I'll go ask you. It just takes a Caroline to meet a Caroline, right? And then we have to, here. I mean, if we would just let you go, we would have missed you and missed the boat. And missed your wonderful testimony. Because when I first asked her, she said, say what?
I was like, what do I say?
I say some culture, we invite more church visitors to share with us. Because we think you're already here, might as well share your precious journey with us. And we kind of think that everybody has something. So like they ask, the warfare is not against flesh and blood. If you can see people not as flesh and blood, but that God loves them, and I think God loves all of us. And I'm a trauma survivor myself. Same thing, I told her I'm a counselor and social worker as well. You need to experience the suffering and the bottomless pit and feel loved by God. And then you say, you know what, I need to come back and do this work. A second chance. Okay? Thank you so much. Yeah? Any more? If not, we will. Okay, Betty. Yeah. Never know you'll be so questioned, right?
Well, I don't know how to put this question. How did you feel when you met the devil?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Wow. I would say from my personal experience, he's very lovely. He's very lovely. He makes it so easy for you to be the same, stay the same. And for me, change was very hard. It was super hard. Like trying to go to church. Just a little thing like me waiting for the bus and the bus doesn't turn up. So then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late for church. How am I going to do this? Oh, okay, let me get an Uber, or just little things like that. There's always a thought in my head that goes, nah, that's a small thing. We've got to, find another way to go to church. But yeah, I can definitely say that he's very charming, and he knows my weaknesses, so that he does use that a lot. But Jesus died on the cross, and he stepped on his head, so he's not powerful. And yeah, I'm with the winning side, so. Yeah.
Okay, Betty, you got your surprise answer? The devil is very charming.
Oh, he is.
Very charming. Yeah, it's not like how we think he is, but he will really not how you going to fall into it. Yeah, it's very charming.
Yeah, maybe you can give us an illustration of your actual case studies, that you met with your patient.
Yeah, I can share a story.
Don't mention
Yeah,
names.
So has anyone ever heard of schizophrenia?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lady that I used to work with. She had schizophrenia, and I have conversations with her, and with schizophrenia, there's like people go through hallucinations and stuff like that. So we can have conversations, and she'll have side conversations with whoever that she's having conversations with. That automatically, I'm in my head, I'm just thinking, yep, there's someone here with us that I can't see, that she can. She'll have full-blown conversations with whoever it is. I honestly do not let that scare me, because I know who it is and what it is that's there. So I just go about my business, talking to her, ignoring whatever it is, and she'll throw insults to me and say stuff to me, and I'll just pretend like I don't hear anything, because I've come to realize that that's one of the best things that you can do, because once you start paying attention, that's when it gets rough. Like they start trying to be violent towards you, or they start saying really nasty things. So the best thing is to just ignore it and just focus on what it is that she asked to do, the clients. So yeah, I don't pay attention to it. And I would say that in her last moment, this client of mine did pass away like a year ago, but in her last moment before she passed away, she asked for us to pray together. So for me, that was like, oh yeah. So whatever her and I have been having discussions about, it somehow got to her. So yeah. So it's
I have a question.
Another question.
Can you tell me, or tell all of us, the very first time that you were enslaved into drugs? The very first time. How did you get into it? Did some friends introduce to you? How was it?
yeah, friends.
Friends.
Yeah, I was at a party with friends, and then they just said, hey, would you like to do this? And I said, oh yeah, why not? I got nothing to lose.
How old were you at that time?
I was 19.
19.
Yes.
And now?
I'm 34.
You go.
Yeah, and I stopped using drugs like 8 years, 9 years now. Yeah.
Really?
How did you stop?
Cold turkey. I just thought,
Cold turkey.
yeah, I saw the Bible and that was it for me. Because in my heart, I knew that God didn't leave me. Because there was always that little voice inside my head that I always ignored. And then I let that little voice come out. So yeah. And being in Australia for me is a miracle in itself. So I thought, no, this is way better.
So you're still doing drugs when you go to Australia?
Sorry?
Were you still doing drugs when you went to Australia, or before you went to Australia?
So I was doing it in PNG,
Mm.
and then in Australia, I got introduced to many
Drugs.
different drugs. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't give up, right? God didn't give up on you, you didn't give up on God.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Sometimes it's very strange because love is unconditional,
Oh,
right?
100%.
You still do drugs and you still go to Australia and God still allows you to go to Australia and God loves you even as a sinner and allows you to and save you when the time is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's powerful.
Yeah, I just had to stop because I saw the bigger picture
Mm.
and I just said, nah, this is not what I want. I want to be better for me and I want a better future for myself. So I looked ahead. I didn't look behind what was in front of me. I put my head in my vision to the future.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
How long will you be here?
Oh, I'm just staying for 9 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are you staying? Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this. Alchuid, is it?
Arjuni.
Oh, yeah.
Aljunied.
Sorry, yeah. That place. Sorry,
That's a
guys.
long time to stay there, 9 days.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll catch up. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Samantha? Yeah.